What things should be kept private from your significant other, no matter how healthy your relationship is? Please thumbs up the video if you enjoy it, and subscribe for more videos. Journals. My partner writes in one every night before bed, and I have no idea what any of it says. If she wants to share with me, she can. Those are her private thoughts and feelings, until she decides differently. Same goes for me. You're a good person. I remember finding out basically my whole family read my journals as a kid. They didn't get why that made me cry either. Eventually, years after I moved out, I was able to let it go. Everyone does shitty things sometimes. I'm sure I violated my family's privacy sometime over the years. It takes me longer to decide to trust people, but that has been to my benefit, not a lot of misjudgments. Thanks to all for sharing. My husband has never asked to read mine. If he did, he'd find mostly inane drivel about what YouTube videos I'm watching, how I feel about the pen I am writing with, how much I'd like to have a nap. The content's not important for me. It helps me work through decisions and communication deficits sometimes. Sure, but it's mostly the act of writing itself that I find therapeutic. The unkind shit you think when you're angry and tired. It will absolutely never help at all to say any of it out loud. And even if you don't have a particularly big fight or breakup over it, you'll still regret it, and they'll still remember. Possibly. Also what you think about how hot other people are. Depending on how jealous or insecure your significant other is, it's important to protect the person you love most from the worst of yourself. People seldom understand that the longer you are with someone you love, the more you need kindness, compassion, and discretion. You know too much about each other that can be weaponized. It's generally never a good idea to speak to anyone out of anger or frustration. It isn't realistic to think it can always be avoided, but it should be as much as possible. My ex-wife used to interrogate me after every therapy session I had. How do I know some version of, "What did you say about me?" was asked every time. Ha ha ha, it was pretty much always, "How was therapy?" followed by, "Did you say anything about me?" Whoa, I'm so sorry. Therapy is a very personal and private thing. My wife and I are both in therapy, and after, we just ask, "Good session?" It opens the door to talk about stuff if you want to, but creates no pressure. 95% of the time we just go, "Yep," or "Not really," and that's the end of it. My midnight snack stash. I don't have any, but I think I should have some. Bro, you deserve some secret snacks. I want to believe this is a conversation between two raccoons. Your Reddit username and password. Don't tell them you use Reddit. Don't tell anyone you use Reddit, not even Reddit. In fact, let's all assume I'm just a PSA bot. Even though my wife and I have been happily married for 6 years, we decided we would never go for a shit while the other is in the shower. We're just not going there. That's just common decency. I don't know why, but I know that shit somehow smells so much worse in a foggy room than a dry one. Nobody should have to be in an enclosed space with that fresh hell. The smell receptors in your nose work best in high humidity environments, so you are actually more sensitive to smell with the shower on. Explains why shower farts smell so badly. 10 years, and still haven't. Even with a single bathroom. We are extremely close, but not that close. We even give it at least 5 minutes before entering after a poo. Which of your friends or family don't like them? It will do nothing but upset them, and worse, create a bigger problem between them. I would also like to add to that, if one of your friends or family members don't like your significant other, and you aren't at the very least making them be polite and respectful when they have to be around each other, you are the main problem in that scenario. Also, just because they don't like your partner, doesn't mean they aren't right for you. Not everyone is going to like everyone. Some people don't like people, just because. That you know you're the pet's favorite person. Oof, I am absolutely both of our dog's favorite person. We both know it, but I would never ever say that to my wife. No one deserves to be told such a thing. Where I hide the secret, spare pair of scissors I keep, for when he's lost all the other 11 pairs of scissors we own, and I need to trim a chip bag down, to make getting to the chips easier. I had a pair of nail clippers stashed away, because they were never where they were supposed to be. After my wife passed away, I found 9 pairs in her desk drawers, in purses she hadn't used in years, 3 pairs in with her makeup. Things that you don't like about their body, they just don't need to know. If you are concerned about their health or hygiene, that warrants a conversation, but making comments about physical flaws, completely unnecessary. My ex used to always make little jabs about my appearance. I think he thought that those were things I didn't realize were wrong with me, and that I would correct them if they were brought to my attention. Every single comment is burned in my brain, and did nothing but make me more self-conscious. My current partner never ever makes negative comments about my body, and when I point out my own flaws, he always spins them into something charming and unique about me. It's really nice. My wife is sensitive about animals, so anytime I see or read some sort of tragedy related to an animal, I hide it from her. You may want to look at doesthedogdie.com. Basically lets you see if a TV show or movie has any animals being injured or dying, among other things people may have issues with. My wife has a hard time dealing with that, even if it's clearly CG, so I always check before we watch a new show. Other people's secrets, they're not yours to share. Edit. What I mean by this is agreeing to keep something confidential and then going against it. I have so much respect for people who keep other people's secrets. I know a friend who does this, and it was honestly annoying at first, considering that we're close. Then, I grew up understanding why she does it. It's not her secret to tell, and that would also mean she values the privacy of the things I share with her. My wife is a teacher, and this rule is killing me. You know how much shit she has on the people in our small town? I want to know everything, in detail, but she's a rock. LOL. If your relationship started under potentially offensive pretenses, example, they were madly in love with you, but they were just your rebound. An old friend of mine's girlfriend told him this. I was there when it happened, and I swear to God, I saw his heart break. They were really good together and really liked each other, so he tried to keep going, but I watched it eat him from the inside out, until he just couldn't take it anymore, and broke up with her. There really are some things you just can't take back. To me, it would matter a lot if they still felt that way. Sometimes it may take longer for one person to develop feelings than the other. That's okay if you arrive at the same level. I agree. My friend even said the same at first, but it still slowly dug its way into him. Emotions are weird and unpredictable.